Linda Davis Taylor once said that give a woman $1 and she'll put it to good use. Teach her how to bring that into practice and she'll change the world. Now, that is what I'm talking about today, which is financial freedom for working women. Well, when I say working women, I'm sure it'll ring a bell in your mind that working women are already financially free, isn't it? Then why are we talking about financial freedom for them? Well, my dear friends, let me tell you, it's absolutely not the case. I still know a lot of working women out there who are not financially free, who do not have financial freedom despite the fact that they are earning and bringing the money home because they are not taking the decisions by themselves. They're still dependent on their spouses or their parents or someone else in their family or outside for their own financial decisions. And that is why I say that they are not financially free. Financial freedom is about knowing and taking your own financial decisions for your own today and for your own future, and not be dependent on someone else. And that is exactly what we're going to talk about in this section today. Hi friends, I'm Swati Arora. I'm a woman career growth coach, and today I'm talking about how working women can achieve financial freedom by these simple practices. So let's get going. And you know the drill. Before we go ahead, click on the subscribe button so that you can get access to all my videos right up front. Let's go deep into the topic right away. When we talk about financial freedom, I'm sure we all agree that it's important for everyone. But for women, it's particularly important, and I can't reinforce on that. Because when we talk about financial freedom, it provides the security, the independence, and the self sufficiency for a woman when she's financially free. It also gives her the security to be able to handle any contingencies or any emergencies which happen in the future, any unforeseen events that could happen. She is secure that she'll be able to handle that if she's aware of the finances. It also empowers a woman to be able to take control of her life and decide her life basis on her values and her ethos, and not really depend on someone else to always take her decisions. And moreover, most importantly, why a woman should be financially free, it is more than her. The society needs that. Why? Because if a woman of the house is financially free and is financially literate, she knows how to handle her finances, the ripple effect happens on the generations to come. The generations which are her children, her grandchildren, the entire society watches her actions, her behavior, and the way she handles her finances, and they learn the same thing. So it's very important for every woman to be financially free, to be financially literate, and handle her own finances, whether working or not. But today in this section, I'm going to talk about working women in particular, because I know that there are still a lot of major population of working women who are not financially free. When it comes to going out there and earning money and bringing money home, they're doing a brilliant job. They're doing a damn good job about it. But when it comes to taking the decisions, the financial decisions for themselves, for the family, for the house chores, or even taking decisions for their career aspects or for their learning or for their growth or for the child's future, they're always looking upon their spouses or their parents or brother or maybe someone else. And that is exactly what needs to change. A woman needs to know how she should be able to handle her finances and how she can get control of her finances, so that for that as well, she should not depend on someone else. And that is why I'm talking about these tips today. Today in this section, I'm going to share with you some very important tips that I have followed in my life to become financially free and to be able to take charge of my own finances and to lead a life of success. So I'm going to share with you all these tips in a while. So if you're a working woman and want to get financially free, the first thing that you must do is get educated on finance, which means the awareness about understanding how the finance system works, understanding what financial freedom is all about. How do you manage your finances? Where do you invest? How much do you invest? What portion of your money should be into expenses? What portion of your money should go into investments? What portion of your money should go into luxury items and non-necessary items as well? So as a woman, as a working woman, you must invest some time every single day. If you don't have that already, if you don't have the knowledge already, you must invest some time every day to go ahead and learn about how to become financially free. And there are so many sources which are available right now. I mean, we are living in a VUCA world where knowledge is adequately available. You can get yourself trained and educated on financial instruments via webinars, via courses, via tutorials, or even via attending some courses or classes, right? But you really must take charge of the finances of the house. And that's why I'm saying that you need to know how much you're earning, how much you're investing, how much you're spending. And that is how the first step is to educate yourself and become aware of what is required, right? Once you get to the education part of it, which means once you get aware of the financial planning and the financial management, the second thing is get into the budgeting, get into implementation of the learning that you've done, which means from the very next month, get down into budgeting your house finances. Make sure that you make a legend or an Excel sheet or maybe a report or whatever you can be comfortable with, which can have your inputs of all the salaries or all the incomes that is coming into your household, be it your own income, your husband's income, or any other additional sources of income which could be there. You could make a charter of that. And then you start to allocate what are the expenses which are going out. What are some of the critical expenses that, like the house rent, the EMIs, the credit card bills, the school fees, whatever it is. So chalk down your expenses. You should know how much expenses you're going and what is the saving that you have. Then when you look at the saving, you need to also allocate the savings into multiple funds which are going to be helping you in the near future, maybe for a luxury item that you want to buy, maybe a car that you want to buy, or maybe something that you want to spend for a vacation with your family, something like a small near future trip, okay, near future investment. The next is a long-term saving. We call it a long-term saving plan, right? Which is where you invest for your future, maybe your retirement planning, or maybe if your child is young, you want to plan for his or her education in the future, maybe a 10-year plan or a 15-year plan. So you need to then plan out what are the savings that you need, what are the investments that you need, and then you can look at the third point, which is the investment portfolio. You need to look at what are your house investment portfolios as of now. What are the insurances that you have? What are the mutual funds that you have? What are the other investments that you have? Are you investing into stock market? Are you investing into debt funds? Are you investing into gold or bonds? What are you investing into? And judicially plan out your investments in such a way that whenever you need those funds, they're available for you. You would want to keep some liquid cash with you in hand, which means some amount in your bank account for your expenditure. You want to keep your savings in 2 or 3 multiple folds, having each one kind of labeled out for the future. For example, if you're keeping one small short-term saving plan for your trip abroad, you could call it in, you could keep it in one bank account or keep it in one saving fund. For example, if you're saving for your son's education, you could have a mutual fund created for that, or maybe a different FD account created for that. For example, if you're creating something for your retirement plan, maybe you could have a PPF account for that or an NSC fund for that. Whatever your planning is, it needs to be bifurcated as per the plan, and this investment portfolio should be divided. So the third step after budgeting logically would be the investment plan. You need to get into that as well. Just a quick thing about financial planning when you're getting into investments and savings. One of the things that you should apply is frugal lifestyle, which means looking at what are the unnecessary expenses, what are things that you're spending on which could be avoided. I'm not saying become a miser or try to save money and not spend it out, but what are some of the unnecessary expenses that you're doing right now in your environment, which could be stopped, which could be utilized for a better saving purpose, which could be utilized maybe for your education, for your child's education, for your luxury item later, or even for your retirement fund. So think about that aspect as well. Also, one more thing when you do the investing is very important that you need to look at what we call income sources. What are some of the multiple income sources that you can get into? Now we all know, I think pandemic has made it very, very clear to all of us that no household can depend on one source of income. And I'm sure we all agree with that, right? Even if there are 2 family members or 3 family members working together in a house and getting different sources of income, still it becomes insufficient sometimes because of the lifestyle that we are living in, because of the cost of living which has gone up, right? So what are some of the other income options that you can look at, multiple sources of income that you can look at, is also you could start building as another aspect once you start doing your financial planning. Which means that side by side, while you're working, what are some of the other passive income sources that you can think of and that you can get onto? I will come back with that information in another video of mine, but for now I just want you to think about it. I just want you to put a thought in your mind as to what can you do apart from your work, which could be a part-time source of income for you, or maybe a passive income source for you, maybe a rental income, maybe some kind of investment that you have done somewhere which could give you regular returns, or maybe some other side hustle that you could do, anything of that sort. But start thinking about it, because this is the right time. When you start to manage your finances, when you start to budget your finances, when you start to make your own investments, the next logical step is look at what are some of the sources of income that you can add on to your daily household income, your monthly household income, so that you can have a better lifestyle for yourself and a better future for yourself and your children. So those are some of the points that I want you to work upon as a working woman. Definitely, there are many more things which I can talk about with respect to financial freedom. But in this video today, I want you to think about these 4 pointers, which is getting yourself educated and becoming aware of financial planning, getting into the budgeting of your household finances so that you know exactly how your house works and how much are you spending, how much are you saving, etc. Getting into the investment mode as well. Where are you investing? Are you investing logically into the funds, etc.? Also getting into the future planning, which means getting into passive income sources, thinking about starting to have multiple income sources, and finally managing a frugal lifestyle rather than having an exponential expenditure for yourself. So friends, I hope this video was beneficial for you. I want you to practice these things. I want you to bring into your awareness and your regular routine these pointers which I've just mentioned about financial freedom, and let me know in the comment section if they were beneficial for you. I'll come back next time with some more informational videos on finance and particularly for you. So take care of yourself. Have a great day. Bye-bye.